Right. That's quite a complex question. Say that again, please.
There's the community centres is one big thing that's been taken away.
That's a question. What's been taken away?
Well, there's a takeaway and an add for me. I think that we are living in a time of hyper-normalization.
What's been taken away? Oh my gosh, I have no idea.
Back in the day when I was like 13, 14, and I used to be chilling out wherever I could go to a community centre, but nowadays you got kids that are just loitering around the streets, getting up to no good, and of course that's led to a lot more like bad things as in stabbings and shootings, the whole lot. Especially around in my area right now, like I've got to be
Innocence, I think. Yeah. I think people are expected to be adults from a very young age. They're sold adult values and clothes and music, and they they're not old enough to process everything.
I have a feeling that some of the things that have been taken away is for children in particular. I was born in Leicester, and I had a lot of freedom to play in the fields. We used to do things like scrumping, some naughty stuff we used to do, I'm not going to lie. But the freedom now is everything is videoed, is on CCTV. And things that we used to do as a child, like scrumping, taking apples from the neighbour's garden, now it's all criminalised.
What do you mean by that?
What we would have considered to be fun when we were kids growing up, which might be, a little bit of a stick and a ball in the park, would have given us hours and hours of fun. That there is something that if we look at Generation Z or the millennials, they're not going to actually take that as something amazing, because their life has been hyper-normalized through the technology and introduction of experiential games.
Space. I don't think there's a lot of space for young people to do the things, expel the energy that they have, explore life on their terms. I mean, a lot of children spend a lot of time at home playing video games, and then when they are out on the street, because there is nowhere for them to go, literally there's nowhere to go. I mean, even the parks are not necessarily safe for them because of, activities that go on in the park. Sometimes, gang violence, unfortunately. And then, so where do they actually go? Youth clubs have closed down. So they don't have that time to interact with their peers.
Yeah, it's lacking, and I feel like there's less sense of community in certain places, where like music-wise, people can join in that way.
They, in some respects, they miss out the social aspect, the real hands-on social aspect of being with one another and actually experiencing that as a fun thing that they could enjoy every day. But they've also got this other side where they interact through avatars online and have a sophisticated experience in that respect, which they do enjoy, but actually then they miss out. So I think that the idea is that there's a gain, but there's also a miss out.
And I think that they're forced into, it's cool to be whatever. And I think it takes so much, it takes their childhood away. It stops them being able to make mistakes when they were children that were, that they were okay to make. We all make mistakes. I think that children, seems to me nowadays, kids can make mistakes and it ends up in them being stabbed or killed. So I think,
super cautious. That's why I'm always carrying my skateboard with me. And I've become this skater, and I've started DJing, and I'm like, I'm never out because I'm always, of course, like DJing at a gig, or be skating at my local park, or I'm chilling with like other friends, and other than like chilling out on the street kind of thing.
Find their own solutions. So a lot of things like games and sometimes music desensitize people, especially things like social media. You see so much violence, so much, I would say, trauma playing out in front of them, that you kind of become desensitized. So what's been taken away and what's been given as well is quintessential to that part of the question. I would say, because sometimes a lot of parents now are struggling financially, and unfortunately, family breakdown has a lot to do with things that have been taken away. Everything's so disposable. Relationships are disposable. Friendships are quite disposable now, because if you don't have a friendship, you just go on your iPad or something and you're in a different world. Yes, I think that's some of the issues. I mean, I could go on a bit more, but I think that should be it for now.
Yeah, I'd have to think about that one. That's a bit of a tricky one.
Well, I think
Um,
Oh, I knew you'd have to answer that one. Right. The difference between